just go see Bullet Train. This movie is right at the bottom of the barrel, but not all the way at the bottom of the barrel. There are some good things. It's not so horrible that you can't watch it. Concept behind it is just pulled directly from any good guys stuck in a place with all the bad guys. But that's okay, it works. Fight scenes are fun, they're entertaining. But overall, it's a cliche story with very little real stakes because you know he's not gonna die. I mean, he could at the very end, but it just doesn't feel like he's never in danger, let's just say that. And there's weird choices against some of the backdrop. For example, she works for a corporation, not the government, which is a decent little twist, I guess, but there's just not a lot in it. And then she's really the bad guy, which seems expected. And not that Katie Sackhoff did bad, that she actually owned the role and is interesting to watch. But the whole commentary on corporations and stuff just feels a little tired, and not that it's wrong, but that it's just doesn't play out well here. And Josh Hartnett, while he's sending everything in his latest roles, he's just a little over the top comparatively to the rest of the movie, except for the gratuitous violence. The goriness is there, and it's not so sick that you can't just keep watching for entertainment purposes. It is over the top, and so is his acting. I didn't mind the movie. I wasn't mad through it. I was enjoying most of what I was seeing. The fight scenes, like I said, made it enjoyable. I would much rather have good characters, espionage, intrigue than was at play here, because they were just giving you every answer every 5 seconds. And then the technology thing at the end is just kind of overdone. Even Mission Impossible last year felt like it was overdone, although it did take a fresh look at that particular side of it with the technology being all powerful. And we're gonna get that in a couple weeks as a culmination, but I would just much rather sit through Bullet Train again than watch Fight or Flight. The last thing I'll say is the cinematography didn't make any sense. Why are we doing mid close-ups where there's two people in frame and not showing all of it? Or showing too little of it. Okay, maybe you're making the distinction that they're in a plane, they're in a cramped space. So maybe we have a language with our cinematography that works for that specific instance. But it was used throughout the movie, too much so, and almost to the point where it didn't seem like they were framing anything. They were just pointing the camera and shooting. And it just kind of got boring and uninteresting across multiple scenes when they would slow down and talk. Some of the fight scenes, you know, going with the shaky cam, kind of trying to do the Bourne Identity thing, I guess it works, but I'm definitely moving away from that in my own desires, because the stuff in The Raid, the stuff in John Wick, the less you cut, the better. Because that shows that your stuntman and your choreographer and like all that stuff is just working at its highest level. And even though it's done well in this movie, and you know, finding a chainsaw on a plane is pretty ingenious, but it wasn't enough. I think that this movie leaned into its fight scenes and then told you all of the cool moments in the trailer. So you just didn't have anything to look forward to once you saw stuff. And the chainsaw thing was the thing to look forward to, and it happens right at the very end. It's very short, it's very gory, but okay, cool, done. So I don't really recommend this movie. I recommend going to watch Bullet Train instead. Brad Pitt, Sandra Bullock, go enjoy yourself. Aaron Taylor Johnson is amazing. Go watch that instead. All right, what do you guys think? You think I'm wrong? You think I'm just totally missing the boat? Let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe if you can.